Hey guys, Run Unchained. Another movie night has showed up, and I'm gonna go see The Magnificent Seven tonight. Hopefully, I can catch up, and AJ Cosmic might make it. So right now, I'm gonna go head out, watch it, and I'll give my review and thoughts about it afterwards, and I'll explain my expectations and whatnot. But I'm kind of in a rush right now. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. So we just got out of the movie. AJ's in a hurry, so I'm gonna get him first, and then I'll do me last.
Yay.
AJ, what do you think of it? First of all, let me ask you: are you a big fan of westerns?
I'm not a really huge fan of westerns. It's not the type of like
Genre?
movie that it's not the type of genre that I would actually like go watch. But like this one was actually pretty good. It took a little bit to climax, but it was actually like I love the fight scenes and stuff.
The shootout, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel anytime it was slow, even though it was long? Because this is almost a 2.5 hour movie, but for me, I just saw this part that I felt it was slow.
Well, yeah, the climax came a little bit like later into the movie. Like it took a little while to progress, recruiting everybody and everything like that. Whatever. What I liked is that everybody had their own specialty. That's one thing I really liked.
Yeah.
One was a like sharpshooter, one's knives, one's with
tracker.
yeah. So that's kind of like what you kind of want to look into when it comes to this type of group stuff, like the Avengers and stuff. They have their own powers, specialties and stuff. Same thing with this one, and I thought it was pretty good.
Let me ask you this: did you know that this was like a remake of a remake?
A remake of a remake. So this is a third.
Sort of. Initially, the first concept of this, like 7 guys doing something good. It was the first concept came from Kurosawa's. It's a Japanese film called Seven Samurai. Basically, the same plot. You know, a village needs help from these Japanese bandits. The village hires these 7 samurais, and they go and protect the village. And one has the same, like the goofy one, the serious one, the one that wants to get with the chicks.
Mm-hmm.
That was a classic, and I rented it, and I'm gonna watch it. After that, they sort of remaked it, but just changed it. Instead of Japanese, it was American Western. And at the time, they brought up like all these famous actors from the '60s, which is like Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson, James Coburn, Yul Brynner, Vince Vaughn. No, Robert Vaughn. It was the same plot, same characters, and they remaked it. And basically, this was the same thing, a remake. 7 guys. When I first heard that they were remaking it, I'm like, because I love the original.
Yeah.
I love the original '60s Western one. But then I saw the trailer and I see, wait, there's an Indian, there's a black guy, there's an Asian guy. I'm like, there's a Mexican.
The black guy was wearing all black.
I thought that was cool. I would.
Like legit, I was about to come in all black too, but I changed into a fucking this is a tank, and I didn't want to just wear the tank, so I put the fucking sweater over it. I was gonna wear a black shirt. I'm like, this is too black, and I'm too dark for this. So, like, I changed.
Now we won't spoil it, but it's if you guys seen the original, if you've seen Seven Samurai, if you've seen the original Magnificent Seven, it's the same concept. The outcome is the same, but was there a favorite moment of yours in the film?
A favorite moment?
Yeah. A line or something?
I like. Okay.
Don't spoil it.
No. Yeah. Okay. When the Mexican and the white ladies man meet.
Which one?
Well, when it comes to quotes and stuff, remember when they were trying to like meet up?
Yeah.
After they were recruiting people.
Yeah.
And then they came and whatnot, and then. Like he was making fun of the Mexican, like the way he is.
Oh, Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Yeah, Star-Lord? He's like, hey, cabrón, hey,
yeah, like, like a Mexican stereotype.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was like one of like my favorite lines in the movie. A lot of them were all pretty racial.
Yeah, it was racial and that, but at the same time, I think that even though it's like, oh, what the fuck, when you hear that, it's like, well, it's kind of, I wouldn't be surprised if at that time, that particular date, year, or that time period, they would throw insults to each other. Good, we got a Mexican.
They were all. It was all fun and games for them though. So like it was It's not like today's time where if you make fun of a black person or something like that for their skin and whatnot, they start to look bad on you and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, over there it was like all fun and games, all racial, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Not like super racist. It's more like you eat chicken because you're black, kind of. But they were funny about it.
Yeah.
You know? So that's pretty good. It's good. It was good humor too.
So overall, it wasn't. It wasn't a blockbuster smash, but it was like you had fun watching it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it had its moments for sure.
And to finish it off, what would you rank it out of 10?
Out of 10? Okay. Out of 10 bananas.
Okay.
I rate it 7 bananas.
Okay. And that's gonna be it for AJ Cosmic. Say hi, say bye to the kids.
Bye, kids. Okay.
So, Magnificent Seven. I was entertained by this film. I really was entertained. For those who don't know, this version of The Magnificent Seven is actually a remake of a remake. The first concept of 7 individuals coming together to do something good for the greater good of men and women and kids was in Kurosawa's. I don't want to disgrace his name. Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. Now I just rented the film. I'm gonna do my best to see it because it is a 3 to 4 hour film, whatnot. But that was the original concept of a village in Japanese, and it's a Japanese film. A village in Japan that's being overthrown by Japanese bandits. They seek help. They go to this samurai leader, or samurai master, who recruits 6 other samurais. And those 7 samurais, they go back into the village. They protect the people of it, get to know them better, and teach them how to defend themselves and whatnot. Now, back in 1960, correct me if I'm wrong for the date, but it was the 50s or the 60s that they decided to make a remake of that original concept, but put it in Western time, put in cowboys. And the original Western Magnificent Seven starred Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson, James Coburn, Robert Vaughn, and I can't remember the other 2 actors and whatnot, but I remember those main guys because my father was a big fan of them and whatnot. But they had basically the same concept, and now seeing it into this day's format, you see the relations of the 60s Magnificent Seven. What I did like about it is that they changed the 7 members. Instead of being, and I'm not trying to be racist, I'm not trying to say finally change when I just change. In the original Magnificent Seven Western, it was just 7 white dudes, who were skilled at killing and decided to come together and defend a village. In this one, it was a group that was led by a black man in Denzel Washington, who had a machismo gambler in Chris Pratt, who had a Mexican bandit, had a sharpshooter Civil War soldier, had an Asian assassin, had an Indian warrior, and had I don't want to say hillbilly, let's just say Civil War tracker, who was good at tracking people and hunting. And it was amazing seeing that they took elements, outcomes, situations from the original films, but decided, you know what, let's represent everyone that was in that time period. It wasn't just white men across the old West, the Wild West. There were Asian people, there were Native Americans, there were black people, there were Latinos, closely because of the border, Mexicans. So it was interesting, and when I first heard that they were gonna remake it, I'm like, oh come on, that's a classic. I grew up rewatching reruns of westerns. So one of my favorite, if not my favorite Western film of Magnificent Seven. So when I heard they were remaking, I'm like, the cast wasn't intriguing, with the exception of just Mr. Washington and Mr. Pratt. That was it. Then seeing the teaser and the trailers that 7 men, but different cultures, different races, ethnicities, and coming out of the theater, the Magnificent Seven were, for lack of a better word, magnificent. Now, I'm not saying that this movie is a blockbuster hit. I'm saying that it is an entertaining film. For me, personal choice, I prefer the original Magnificent Seven. Personal choice. And I won't try to spoil that much, they cut out something from the original one that was, in my opinion, pivotal and was like daunting to see the first few times that I saw it. It's like, wow, I can't believe this actually happened. They took that away from this new one. It was very straightforward. There was cool action scenes, great comedy lines, in my opinion. And I thought that there was more, in this particular version of the Magnificent Seven, it was more personal to some men. To some men, it was more personal. Whether it was pride, whether it was vengeance, whether it was pleasure, everything was personal to them. And if you watch the film, it is a long film. It's almost 2.5 hours. The pacing is kind of slow, and I like A.J. Collins was saying that it takes some time to get to the climax. But along the way, I felt more connected to the previous version than this one. It doesn't mean that I wasn't entertained, but what I give credit to this to Antoine Fuqua. I can't, for the love of Mary, I can't say the names correct. The director, Antoine Fuqua, or whatever his name is, the director of Training Day. He showed tremendous shots that I remember going out and looking like, damn, those mountains look beautiful, or the way they captured, the horses riding towards the hill. I mean, it was mind bending. And then for me, the score didn't hit me off. It was okay, I guess. You knew when something was coming. You knew when a good guy was gonna come out or a bad guy was coming in. It wasn't anything intriguing. I gotta give it to the set decorators, the art department. They made that film look like the Old West, but just more polished and IMAX type of Old West. But if you want to have a good time at the films, go watch this film. Give it a try. It's a fun time to spend with family or friends. Do I think it's better than the original one? Nope. Do I think the characters were tremendous? Yes. I'll give this movie out of 10 because I asked AJ, he gave it 7. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8 because he wasn't too familiar or too attracted with the genre of westerns. I grew up watching reruns of Rio Bravo, El Dorado, Comancheros. What was another one? The Man Who Shot Liberty. There was another one of John Wayne's. I forgot for the life of me. Clint Eastwood, Charles Bronson. I grew up watching those films on reruns, and me being more connected to westerns, I give it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, so that's gonna be my review of the Magnificent Seven. If you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.